am in WeVideo now. I'm going to go click on this record button under My Media. So you see My Media here. Click on record. It gives you three options. First is the webcam, which is your built-in camera on your laptop. And it'll record your audio and your video of whatever is coming through that camera there. You've got screen, which is going to record whatever is happening on your actual computer screen. It'll also capture your voice too, so you can narrate that. And finally, you can do both, where it'll capture you visually as well as whatever's happening on your screen. So I'm going to click webcam and screen just so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to click OK. So now it's going to ask me what it is I want to record. So I'm going to hit the this little integrated camera and the default microphone. That all sounds good. I'm going to click next. I'm going to give it some permissions. So I'm going to click share. And now it gives us a little countdown and it's going to start recording. Now this little button here, hide, you can minimize that and it just kind of usually just puts it right down in like a different little window right over here. So you can kind of see that right there. There it is again. Okay. So now we're back into here. I can actually now go and record whatever I want. I'm going to go record some slides. So here is just like a little simple slides thing. Here is my presentation and I could talk about this slide. I don't need to read everything because the viewer is going to read that. And then I can show some images and I could talk about it. Remember, we went to My Media and then we went to record. There's also a narrate button where if you just want to record some voiceover, you could just record your voice right there. Let's see, what else do we have for slides? And there's your three choices again. And there's just some picture of some files. You'll see here that there's an image here and there's an image here. They have the same times code, and that's because it's recorded these both at the same time. The voiceover and the audio will come from here, not so much here though. Okay? From there, we can just press stop sharing whenever we're done with our presentation or whatever we want to record. I'm going to back out of my video now, and I'm going to go back to WeVideo, and I'm going to click save, because I like that. And so you'll see the two clips right here. That's about a minute's worth. So what I can do is I'm going to just drag this down here onto video layer 2. You can see now we've got all sorts of video here that I've put in there. Okay, there's my video of all my slides and everything. I can now take a clip of myself and drop that right in there. Now, what you're going to see is, oh, the slides are all gone. That's because this is too big. So what I'm going to do is double click on that clip, shrink the scale down. Okay, and now I can see there's the little boxes on the corners. I can now move that to wherever it is I want it to go. Maybe I'll put it down here in this little corner down here. That seems like a good place. And then I'm going to click Save Changes. So now what you're going to see is you're going to see as you press play. Yeah, right there. There it is again. Okay. So now we're back into here. I can actually now go and record whatever I want. I'm going to go record some slides. So you could just record your voice. So there you go. You have that done and taken care of. Now up at the very top up here, the last piece is this finish button. You're going to click on that and it's going to ask you for some things like a file name. File name is good file name. You can export just audio if you want. You can choose thumbnails of whatever it is you want it to be. I like that thumbnail because it shows a picture of that and a picture of that. We can now export it as at SD, standard definition, lower quality, but it will be faster. So if you know students have low Wi-Fi speeds or whatever, you can select that option. There's also an HD, which is going to be a higher quality, but it might be a little bit slower. So this is about clarity versus speed. Do you want it really clear images or do you want it to be a faster image? From there, I would make sure you export it into Google Drive. That way you have more control and more power over it. You can do whatever you want. Once it's in Google Drive, you can share it like you would share anything else. You could put it in YouTube if you want, and it will just send it right there. So maybe I'll send it to YouTube as well. And of course, it's going to ask me for permissions and stuff. So I'm going to, okay, I'll allow that. Students do not have that YouTube feature, I don't believe. All right, so now I'm going to just hit export, and off it goes.